Should you get your GC license if you're investing in real estate or getting into real estate development? Is it important or critical to self-perform? That's what's called self-performing, building your own project. So understand that getting a general contractor's license is a learning curve. It's a process. You really need to know what you're doing. Well, not to get the license, but if you want to build your own product, you've got to know what you're doing. It's a big learning curve, understanding how construction works. The other issue that you can run into is liability. You take on a liability as the general contractor when you're trying to self-perform on projects. There's a lot of risk. You have to warranty the projects. A lot of states have laws in terms of time frame that you have to warranty a project. You have to have your insurance, so there's a cost. There's an overhead cost of general liability, workman's comp that you have to have when you're doing these projects, things like that. So there's a lot of things to consider when it comes to getting a general contractor's license and being your own contractor, not to mention the fact that there's a time, energy, and effort versus investment that you need to take into account. It's ROI on time, energy, and effort, not just money. You want to make the most amount of money with the least amount of time, energy, and effort possible, with the least amount of overhead possible, and you want to leverage the talents and skills of others. So general contracting is a learning curve. You have to understand construction, you have to know how to price things, you have to know how to sequence the process, you need to know how to lead, delegate, motivate, handle difficult situations, handle issues with other contractors, suppliers, logistical issues, things like that. So there's a lot of things you need to know to be a general contractor. Getting your license is easy. You can take the test, take study courses and go take the test, but to actually be a contractor, perform your own work, do your own projects, there's a lot of things you want to consider before you do it. It's way easier to just hire somebody to build your projects. Yes, you're going to make less money because it's going to cost you a little bit more, but in the long run, many times it's way cheaper to hire a professional, let them do what they are experts at doing, let them take the risk, let them handle all the warranties, issues, mistakes, things like that. When you're the general contractor, when things go wrong on the job site, when materials are lost or stolen or broken or damaged or whatever, it's on you. When you hire a general contractor, it's on them. So turnkey, outsource, leverage the talent, skills, abilities of others. That's the way to grow and scale. That's the fastest way to grow and scale. Whether you're rehabbing, developing, building spec houses, commercial buildings, whatever it is, the developer is what you want to be. That's where the most profit is. That's where the most time freedom is, the lifestyle freedom. It's being the developer. That's the leader, delegate, or motivator. That's the person or individual that finds the opportunities, creates the value, brings the team together, arranges the financing, the deal structure, things like that. You want to be the developer. You want to be the architect of the deal. You want to be the transaction engineer. You don't want to be the guy out cleaning up after everybody else on the job site and babysitting all the trades and suppliers and vendors and dealing with all those issues. You want to be on to the next deal, next project, and growing and scaling from there. That's where it's at. And that's my 2 cents on whether or not you want to get your GC license. And I was a GC my whole career, and so that's how I started out. So it can be good, it can be beneficial, but if you want to grow and scale fast and you don't know construction, you haven't grown up in that industry, you're better off spending your time finding deals, putting deals together, raising capital, doing those things, and moving on to the next deal.